From cheating allegations, becoming a Siege pro, and eventually being one of the top Siege streamers, Spoit has done a lot in his career. At the start of said career, he was actually met with a lot of hate. So this is how he overcame all of that hate, and this is how Spoit proved everybody wrong. To find out exactly how he proved everyone wrong, we have to go over what he was proving wrong in the first place, and that was cheating allegations. Spoit, to no one's surprise, is good at the game, and is actually one of the best mechanical players in the entire world. Even at 11 years old, he was a video game prodigy, hitting the rank of Global Elite in CSGO, which is the highest rank in the world. Most people don't get that rank when playing the game for 11 years straight, much less at 11 years old. After playing CSGO for quite some time, his friend introduced him to Rainbow Six Siege on a winter night in Sweden, where Spoit had his childhood and where he'd grow up playing video games. And since then, he's been nothing but addicted to the game. Not only was it a first-person shooter like CSGO, but it was also a dual bomb game mode like CSGO. These aspects that Siege also had, he was already a master at, considering both of these aspects he was used to on CS. Not only that, but there was also the appeal of the leaning mechanics and the realistic tactical feel to the game as well. Back then, leaning felt smoother, operators were more realistic, more personable, and didn't quite have the cheating situation that CS had, at least not yet. But more on cheating later. For now, Spoit was not only excited to play the game because of how similar and realistic it was, but also because nobody else was good at it yet. If he could start early and get good early, no one would be able to catch up to him. And he was completely right on that theory.
Watching you at the moment?
Op 4, last stop standing.
What?
Op 4 has located a bomb.
You can stop worrying about grenades now. Cover me, reloading!
No f***ing way.
Op 4, last operator standing. You will be detected if you remain in this area. You have been spotted. If you remain in this zone, you will be detected by hostiles. You have been spotted by hostiles. Fall back.
After only 2 years of playing the game, at age 13, Spoit would enter into underage tournaments to play the game. Keep in mind at this point, he was only 13 years old at this point in the story. But make no mistake, he was not the average skill for people his age.
This guy in the ship.
Op 4, last stop standing.
I think that's
Boy, where are you talking?
Op 4.
After he did well in leagues and hit the high ranks very quickly, Spoit knew he was good. And he knew he was good enough to start making content. So on July 8th of 2016, he would create his YouTube channel and start to upload montages of his clips. Whether it be clips from ranked or clips from competitive play, it didn't matter. Any clip he could get, he would post. At first, when he'd post a video, silence. Barely anyone watched, but this didn't deter him to keep posting. So he'd post and post and post again until 2019, when he'd finally catch his big break on YouTube. This video, titled "It's About the One Taps," would absolutely blow up and get almost 200,000 views on just a single video. And by just watching this video, I'm sure you can guess why.
Op 4 has located a bomb. Be ready for hostile action. You will be detected if you remain in this area. Your location.
Loading fresh magazine!
How is he not dead? Dead?
Op 4 has located a bomb.
He's dead.
No, Spoit, not again.
Op 4 has located a bomb. Be ready for hostile action.
But with eyes on you for the good reasons, you're bound to get eyes on you for the bad ones too. So after he would blow up online with video after video doing well, people started to ask some questions. Was Spoit legit, or was Spoit really just cheating the whole time? Not only were viewers wondering it, but so was Ubisoft. So when Spoit was still underage competing in tournaments, his account would falsely get banned for cheating, which almost ruined his reputation.
Fun fact, I actually got banned from that league as well, because I don't know if you guys remember, my account got falsely banned and shit on Ubisoft when I was younger. It got banned for cheating. And then they kicked me. I was like this whole big thing about me cheating or some stuff.
This would ultimately put into question whether he was cheating or not. But as we've seen with other big creators, people get falsely banned all of the time. So it's not like anyone had hard proof, especially after his account got reinstated. But this wouldn't silence the biggest voices in Siege from speaking out regardless.
Twitter right now. As you can see, the community is pretty torn on if he's cheating or not, so let's get back into some individual tweets and break them down. So Foxa says here in response to some people criticizing his claims, "I've played this game longer and at a higher level than you ever have or will. If you can't tell a macro from recoil control, it's because of the lack of experience, so I don't blame you." In response to Fox's tweet, Frost says this, "Slow-mo clip of Spoit using the SMG-11. If people still say he doesn't macro, I don't know what to tell them." So clearly based off of this clip, Frost, who tweeted this, thinks that Spoit has a recoil macro. Which I should also mention is what people such as Foxa are accusing Spoit of using. They don't think that he is aim or wall hacking, they just think that he's a recoil macro. So in response to that clip by Frost, Foxa has this to say, "The best smoke mains in the world can't control the SMG-11 like this." So Foxa is agreeing with Frost here, saying that he doesn't think that even the best smoke mains in the entire world can control the recoil like Spoit does here. So Skies responds to the clip saying, "I'm not reading the whole thread, don't know if Spoit cheats, but I watched Bosco for months, hours on end, and I played smoke for a while. That does not look normal at all. Take that how you want." Foxa responds thanking Skies. So Skies in his tweet is basically saying that he doesn't want to say if Spoit is or isn't cheating, but he doesn't think that the recoil control shown in that clip looks natural. So all of these pros responding and commenting on how the clip looks fishy of course started a big debate on whether or not Spoit was actually using a recoil macro. Now it wasn't all negative towards Spoit, and there were plenty of pros and well-known players in the community defending him as well. So as I said earlier, this has been a big debate and the community seems to be very torn on whether or not he's actually using a recoil macro or not. Spoit tweeted a picture later on showing that he was unbanned and got his account back.
After Spoit's account got unbanned and the Twitter drama settled, there was no concrete evidence that Spoit had ever cheated. This would, for now, leave the allegations in the dust and put Spoit in the clear. And after that for Spoit, it was only up from there. Shortly after these scandals, Spoit would turn 18 and be able to compete in professional play. By this point, he had made quite a name for himself and his ability to play the game, so it was no surprise that he immediately received messages to join professional organizations. From the likes of every European name you can think of, we're talking Navi, Team Secret, and even teams like G2 Esports, these are the biggest European names for Siege in the world, and he turned them down for one of the worst ones at the time, which was Team Rogue. At first, some people were skeptical. I mean, they had every right to be. No one had knowledge of his competitive skill, and he wasn't joining the best org at the time. Most people just saw him as a ranked star, and questioned if he'd be able to keep up to par with the rest of the pros in the scene. But just like in our Bolo video, Spoit was very quick to prove people wrong. So when he joined Team Rogue, that team went from being one of the worst European T1 teams in the entire league to becoming number 2 that same competitive season. After that, they went on to a major and in max overtime and the grand finals against one of the best Siege teams in the world, FaZe Clan. They actually won the major.
Pushed way back into customs. We've got FaZe with support above. That's the big thing. Souls is in a position to cover here. Astro takes time away from putting that diffuser down to get himself a kill first, knowing that Deepek's coming. C4 goes out. Wrong location though. Astro still alive, but shut down. That's big from Spoitdes because that puts the diffuser down on the ground. Souls, he drops down. He does manage to grab it, but it means that Spoit knows exactly where he is. Challenge comes in, and Rogue, they take their first round to tie things up 1-1.
The pressure on the hatch itself, the bounce around the corner, they're trying to remove any player that's close. There it is, misses the foot. There's the catch onto one, there's the second, there's Spoit with the triples! Spoit playing in the get-through spot, gets it, there's one more for Spoit!
The young superstar out of Sweden, his first ever stage.
30, FaZe dropping down, converging on the ground floor. Kitchen hallway is theirs as a yokai blast comes out. Spoit thought about a swing but changed his mind at the last second. And Astro expects on the downstairs. Last 15, it's literally now or never. Spoit finds 1, 2 left standing. The plant's got to get stuck. They find the down as well. Yesterday they took the crown from LA. Today they take the kingdom from Latam.
This was insane. Not only does it prove that at the time he was the best Siege fragger in the world, but it also made it to where he had one of the best rookie years out of any Siege pro in history. Because keep in mind, this tournament he just won was his first ever pro stage debut, and he won the entire thing on a team that hadn't been winning at all before. This showed most people that not only was Spoit good at the game, but that he was the sole reason that Rogue won the tournament in the first place. Now obviously I'm exaggerating a tad bit here. Rogue was winning a little bit, and it wasn't just Spoit on the team, but you still can't deny that the second he joined the team, that team started doing a lot better. With this win in mind, any cheating allegations that people had before against Spoit were completely gone, at least for the most part. But why is this the case though? Well, that's because it's almost impossible to cheat in Pro League, especially on the main stage. The reason for this is because when you play on the main stage, you play on PCs you've never played on that are checked before the games for any invasive software like cheats. This, and considering players aren't allowed to touch the PCs before they've been checked, makes it almost impossible for people to get cheats on them. They're also occasionally checked after games as well, and even if they're not, any suspicious pro players can be reported by another team to start a manual PC investigation the day of the game. So any chance of someone cheating in Pro League is crazy low, meaning that after everything, people doubting him as a kid, pro players and creators accusing him of cheating, and even pros doubting his performance on a pro team before he'd even make one, Spoit proved everybody that doubted him completely wrong. Even if he was using a macro playing ranked in his streams, he certainly wasn't using any sort of cheats in Pro League. So now that we've gone over Spoit and his past, what is Spoit up to now? First things first, he still plays Pro League, and he does content. Where most people struggle to do both and only pick one, he's easily able to balance both. He's doing great in Pro League under a new roster, M80, and his content is doing even better than his pro career. He averages numbers as big as some of the biggest streamers in the world on his Twitch, and he's amassed over 1 million subscribers on YouTube. He's all over TikTok, and he's made a name for himself amongst the younger Siege community by playing with Jinxie, as well as other big names in the Siege space. Some people don't like the direction his stream personality has gone, moving less from aiming clips to more clip farming stream content, but honestly, I think that's okay. I mean, just think about it. If you had the opportunity to clip farm, knowing it would make you more money and get you more fame, and you're in Spoit's shoes, I'm sure you'd do it too, especially considering the alternative, which is just hitting the same clips over and over for a game you probably don't really enjoy anymore that's gonna die soon anyways. However you may think of him, it's safe to say that he made a name for himself after everything that's happened to him or said about him in the past, and that is how Spoit proved everybody wrong. But with it out of the way, that's it for this video. Check out this next video, and I hope I'll see you there.